vacuum first, and then I'm gonna flare my lats out, and then bring my arms up. Dude, that's good eyes. Alright, welcome back to my series on Ramadan lifts. Today is episode 8. We are hitting a chest and back day at Powerhouse. Yes, boys and girls, get hyped. We are hitting a chest and back day. It is currently 10:30 p.m. at night. Just finished up work at 10 o'clock, so we are now changed. It is the 9th of March, couple days before my birthday on the 12th, so we are getting hyped for that. But for now, we are focused straight on the session. So, as per usual on our chest and back days, we'll go for about 6 sets each muscle group. So obviously back is a little bit more complex, so we're most likely going to do 3 exercises, 2 sets each. For our chest, we'll probably do 2, maybe 3 exercises. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a fly in there and definitely going to be a press in there. Whether we do the incline press and then cover both bases, and then we don't have to do another incline fly or incline movement, but we'll see. We will see. But no T-bar today. I do feel like a low row, so I am a big fan of the low row, so we'll do the low row today. But enough yap. We have my pre-workout meal today, which is same as usual, cream of rice. But I got the Cosmic Brownie in here from Rise. So this is going to be good. I'm going to get this down and we're going to head straight to the gym. And yeah, we'll cut to the next section. Alright, so first things first is a lat pull down. We're going to start with this it's really good for the function of your lats. So the function of your lats is, again, to pull your elbow up and down into your own pocket. So this function is exactly what we're going to try to do here. So what I'll try and do is keep my arms locked as possible and only use my elbow to extend and contract my lat here. So we're going to go for about 2 sets here, and then we're going to move on to our actual low row. All right, that was good. 80 kilos on the board. It's very good. What you'll see was I didn't try and extend my arm very much at all. So try and keep my arm as locked as possible or in a fixed position, and really just drive with my elbows down into my pocket. So I try and keep the idea is not pulling through my fingers, but pulling with my elbow, and pulling through my elbow and driving down is a very big key factor to make sure that you're not using your biceps on this kind of movement, because it's very, very easy to. So try and use your actual lats and not your biceps. This is a very big problem I see in most people. So on to the second set. All right, so I'll switch angles here so you can see from a side view of what that actual arc looks like. So number 1, I try and pull with my wrists all the way like an arc moment, just like this. Try and stretch in, lean into the stretch, and drive and lean back just slightly. So I'm pulling towards my sternum and not just my head. So that's number 2, is to pull down like this so you can really get a good contraction with your elbow and your lats. So switch to this angle so you can see that kind of arc movement. Go into the stretch, really lean into it, and then come and then retract just a little bit. Not crazy amount where you're swinging, but enough where you can get your elbow path right where you want it to be. So elbow path is a very big deal. So we're 80 kilos again for our second set. Try and push it all the way to failure without trying to activate our biceps too much. So on to set number 2. Alright, that was good. On to exercise number 2. All right, so exercise number 2, we are doing the good and true low row. So now, this exercise is a very, very good one for your thickness of your back, simply because it's really good at just driving your elbows all the way back and getting a good stretch at the bottom as well. So this is a great exercise. For someone like me who have very, very long arms, I tend to always go grip on the widest possible grip as I possibly can, because the wider the grip, which means the less elbow flexion I get, which means the less bicep involvement I get as well. So the less bicep involvement I get in my rowing movements, the more the rowing movement actually targets the targeting muscle, which is my back and my mid traps and my lower traps. So if I can really shift that tension off my arms and into my back, that's where the real gold is. So you'll see me go for maybe, I don't know, three plates or so, but you'll see me grip as wide as I possibly can. And I think that's a very, very good little cue that a lot of people don't actually pick up on, is to minimize your bicep flexion on sometimes some of these exercises. So we will go for this, and a very good cue is to really just roll your shoulder blades out when it comes to the stretch as well, because the tension you get through your lats is amazing. So you get the tension through your lats, which is a great stretch, and you get a great contraction when it comes to the top range of the movement. So your traps are working really, really hard to get your elbows really behind yourself. So these two together makes this a great exercise. So enough talking, and we'll start in the first set. Okay, so first set done. We are now on to our second set. Second set, I dropped it from a 3 plates to a 2.5. The reason why that is because I felt like I could probably get a little bit more control when it came to the negative, so the positive, so the contraction of the movement. Eccentric control was good, which means going down was nice and slow. But I feel like I can get a little bit more lat involvement if I go a little bit lighter and really feel out the movement rather than trying to just stroke it sometimes. So but that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna go a little bit lower on weight, but really feel it out a bit more. Hopefully get some higher reps, because I think the rep range for that one was about 10 or so reps. But it was good though, it was good. Went wide, so my elbow flexion was low, which is good, as always. But I did feel like I can get a little bit more lat involvement. So with me trying to get bigger lats, who doesn't want to get bigger lats, right? I will actually go a little bit lighter, but yeah, that's okay. Straps are working like a charm. So if you haven't got straps for your back days, you are missing out. I'm telling you that right now. But second set, here we go. Good set, much better with the lighter weight. I feel like I can get my elbows a little bit closer to my body and really drag back through my lats. Was good, was good. So good, we might do another set. So, might do another set here. We'll probably stay with the weight. Stay with the weight this time. And yeah, on to the third set. If you can see me, I changed the angles so you can see how deep of a stretch I'm trying to get here. So really trying to roll my shoulder blades forward, get my elbows close this time, and drive through my lats. So yeah, let's see how we go. Good. Third and final set. Very good. You saw that I let my elbows rotate inwards. So having the upside down of my elbow facing up to the sky pretty much allows me to drive my elbow straight into my pocket rather than me flared out and having it come out like this, which is a lot more rear delt. So having my elbow flared up like this and driving into my torso is exactly how you activate your lats on a row like this. On to the next exercise. All right, so onto our chest movement now. I was gonna do one more lap pullover, but I guess we'll do it towards the end for pure pump chasing reasons. So for now, for our chest, we'll always start with our pre-exhaustion, which is our chest fly. Now, if you saw the last video, I think it was on our push day, episode 5 maybe, it was me first time trying this exercise rather than my conventional chest fly. And the reason why I like this, just to reiterate, is that you're really driving with your elbows into your chest rather than your arms. So the difference between them is, a lot of people, what they do is they always just come here and think it's a full contraction when it's actually your elbow that should be contracting, and that's a big part of contracting your chest. So this pretty much forces you to only drive through your elbows, which is exactly why I like it so much. So we're gonna do 2 sets of here, and then we're gonna do a press. And then if we feel like it, we'll do an incline press. But the only issue is that it doesn't perfectly align with the muscle curve, the strength curve of your triceps, or of your chest, because it's most tension at the bottom and weakest at the top, typically for your chest, which is the Panada machines. But for the hammer strength, it's a little bit opposite. It's more tension towards the end, which is more triceps. So we might give that a go today, see how we stack up, because I do need to improve my triceps anyway. So we will have to have a go on that and see how we go. But for now, we'll do our 2-3 sets of here, get a really good blood flow going. You know, aim for the higher rep range, maybe about 15, 12 to 20. And then, yeah, we'll see how we go. Well, that put a lot of tension in my bicep for some reason, but that was good. Hit the 12 mark on a relatively heavy weight, 60 or so kilos. Well, we'll drop the weight, up the reps, onto our next set. Second set is done. I am feeling a little bit weird when it comes to the placement of the pad. So sometimes I have it on the bottom, which gives more tension when you bicep, which is not that pleasant. But then I have it up here, and then I don't get a full feel of the weight. So it's a little bit of a toy around, which is definitely not as consistent when it comes to the conventional fly. But that's a trade-off I'm willing to take, at least for some times, not all day, not every single time, but it is a good trade-off. We'll do one more set of here. Again, back off, get the blood flowing to your chest, and then we're gonna try an incline press, I think. We're gonna try an incline press, see how we go, but we need to make sure that we actually feel every single rep, otherwise it's all for nothing really. So feel the rep, feel the weight, and then that's how you get your stimulus. So don't just try and chuck away weight. We're not powerlifters, but bodybuilders. So make sure your weight is moving by the target muscle, and then that's how you really grow. So anyways, we'll do a last set here, and then we'll move on to the hammer strength incline press. All right, so second exercise for chest. Now we're onto an actual incline press. I can't tell you the last time I did an incline press like this. So we're gonna test the waters. We've got 2 plates on here, and we're gonna see how we go. So the cues that I'm gonna be focused on here, just so you guys understand at home. So the function of your upper chest is to move your arm in this path, right? To get to your central line and up. So one thing about that is that in order to stretch the upper pecs, you really need to be having a really deep stretch while putting your chest up, and that is this head here. That head right here is your upper chest. So I'm gonna try and keep my elbows as tight as possible to my torso to get the proper stretch and the proper contraction throughout the movement. So although sometimes towards the end of the movement, you'll see me try and overcompensate when it comes to my triceps. So instead of having them nice and locked, they'll come up a little bit just to overcompensate. So I'm gonna try and not do that as much as I can, and especially on the eccentric part of the movement. So when it's coming down, really focus on tucking my elbows in, getting a proper stretch, chest up high, emphasize that stretch, and drive through my chest and my clavicular line, my central line. So try and drive straight through. So it'll be a bit odd at first, but if you put it all together and try and drive through your wrists, not your hands, little things like that to really emphasize the contraction portion of the movement, we'll see how we go. If you all put it together, it's a great exercise. Anything is a great exercise if you execute it amazingly. So we'll see how we go. We've got 2 plates on the board. We'll aim for about 8, maybe more, maybe not. We'll see how we go. I typically overestimate my strength, but that's enough. And let's get to it. Very good set. I think it was about 9 or so, or 8 or so, but the contraction, the control, execution was very good, on point. Of course, like I said, they're trying to overcompensate a little bit my triceps, but that's natural when it comes to closer to failure. So that was good. Didn't do any partials because I need to make sure I preserve a little bit so I can actually just burn myself for the first set. It's good sometimes to not just go balls to walls in the first set and then screw yourself in the second, because if you actually try and just do 1 rep in reserve, you can get way more stimulus out of your 2 sets than sacrifice all in 1. So not always the case. Sometimes you'll see me in these videos, I go balls to walls in my sets, but sometimes little calculated risks like that in the long term really do make sense. So for this instance, when it comes to a little bit lower rep range, preserving just a little bit, 1 rep, is good so you can get the maximum stimulus for the second set rather than frying yourself and me have to go down to 1 plate. 2 plates for 2 sets is much better than one set for two plates and then absolutely dying on the second. So there's no point to it. Get the rest, people. So get the rest. We'll rest for another 2 minutes or so until I feel 100%. And then we'll go again for our second set. All right, not as pretty, but that's still 9. On to the next exercise. All right, so last exercise for chest. Because I was good and I did an incline press, I am rewarding myself with a decline fly. Now, if you have not done a decline fly, you are missing out on the best pumps ever. Yes, okay, everyone does say, oh yeah, everyone has an overdeveloped lower chest, Nate, why are you even doing lower chest? Why are you doing lower chest? It's unnecessary. But this is a pump chasing channel, boys. This is a pump chasing channel, so who gives a fuck? This is a great exercise when you're just trying to get into a pump. Why not? The squeeze on this, especially when you have the cable set up like this and you drive with your elbows through your center line, it is amazing. Amazing exercise. We're gonna go for about 2 sets here, and then we're gonna do our lat pullover for our back, finish out the pump chasing, and then call it a day. Nice and standing up tall. Good stretch on the pecs, just like every exercise. And using your elbow, fly down. Whew. Every rep worth that. Pump achieved, boys and girls. Well, boys, no one watches my videos. So, anyways, on the pullovers. All right, so we are on to our last exercise of the day. Like I said to you before in the previous clips, we're saving the lat pullover for the end for the pure pump chasing reason. So, in the spirit of pure pump chasing, we are doing a drop set here. So we're gonna start with probably around 30 kilos and then we'll go down to maybe 20. Just pump it out, we'll see how we go, get the pump going again, because it is kind of lost after doing all those chest exercises. So we'll try and get it back here, and then yeah, we'll finish up. So just for cues, for when it comes to the lat pullover, a big part of it is to stretch our lats, just like I was saying to you before when it comes to lat pullover, the lat pull down. So stretch your lats. The function of your lats is obviously to rotate up and down when it comes to our elbow. So we're doing the same thing over here, but in a more lengthened range when it comes to our cable. And what you'll see is I'm not actually holding anything here. So the mind muscle connection is so much better because I'm not actually physically grabbing anything. So it's just yet another factor I don't have to think about, so which is the reason why I use straps on my other exercises. This is pretty much like the same thing, but a different version. So we're gonna try and do this now. Okay, we'll see how we go. 30 was heavy as shit. So we did 30 and then to 21. So that was heavy as. Next set, we'll go slightly under that 30 and then slightly under that 21 that we just did. All right, so first check-in since episode, 1 or 2. A lot has changed, gotten a lot fatter, a lot fluffier when it comes to Ramadan, holding the water, but that's okay. It's what happens when you eat all the brownies and all the stuff when it comes to your birthday week, so that's fine, we'll bounce back, but let's see how we look. But it's alright. Delta popping though, which is nice. Need to fix this though. Urgently. It's okay. So, just a quick side note. One of the guys at the gym just complimented my physique while we were doing the video, and he just wanted to run some poses, and I just got a clip of me teaching him how to pose and how to do a front double bicep and how to do a side chest for those of you at home who are wanting to know how to pose. So I'll run the clip. Super nice guy. He's a mechanical engineer as well at QT, which is very similar. So yeah, very wholesome moment. I'll just play the clip over here and then I'll roll the outro. Alright, so, which one do you want to do? The front double bicep first?
You do.
Okay, so front double bicep. Alright, so front double bicep is pretty much where, what I do at least, I do a vacuum first, and then I flare my lats out, and then bring my arms up. So, I'll give you the demonstration first, so. Okay, you go.
Man, your shit's so good.
Thanks, bro. I just
Vacuum is like sucking.
yeah, so this vacuum is pretty much where you pull your stomach into your ribcage almost, and then it's kind of like sucking in, but like harder. That's a vacuum. So you kind of just pull upwards and make your chest big, and then you just flare your lats out, and then try and keep your pinky outwards, and then rotate inwards. Rotate. Dude, that's good eyes. Bro, keep going, keep going. Hold it down, hold it. Good stuff, man. That was good. Fuck yeah, bro. Good shit. Alright, next one. Alright, then side chest. So pretty much what you're gonna do is do the exact same thing, but you're gonna try and rotate your turn torso like this. So, but I'll give you the demonstration first. So pretty much you're gonna just tense your arm, and you're gonna try and bring it through, and then like that. So tense your arm like this, and then you're gonna pinch this shoulder into your chest like that. Good shit. So exactly that needs to be dead straight. Exactly. Good stuff, bro. Dude, you're probably picking up soon. Nice. Good shit, bro. That's mad. That's mad. I can't believe I taught you that in like 2 seconds.
Your coaching's real good then.
Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Sweet.
This is cool, by the way. Alright. Not too bad of a check-in, but we'll get there. Thanks for watching the video. Episode 8 done, and I'll see you in the next one.